Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarian Productions. We're back again with another board game unboxing. In this episode, we're taking a look at the newly released Zombicide Invader from CMON, Cool Minis or Not. So this particular set actually was part of their Kickstarter campaign. It came with a whole bunch of boxes that if you watch the preview video, you can kind of see what and all was included with that entire package here. So what we're doing today is just taking a look at the base game, the core set of Zombicide Invader. You can check out some of my videos coming down the pipeline for the rest of the contents of that Kickstarter box set. But today we're just focusing on just the core set here. It does come in a very nice looking box here. Flipping it over to the sides here, see some really cool artwork here. We'll kind of rotate it all the way around so y'all can see everything that's going on with it. Very nice artwork. Very cool stuff. And then on the back side here, we get a look at what's actually in the contents here. This core set is going to be released at retail soon if it's not out already. But yeah, this was from the Kickstarter, so go check out the Kickstarter link. It's finished and over with now and has been pretty much dished out. So it's a little late to actually get in on the actual campaign itself. But if you are interested in some of the other exclusives, check out the videos as they come through. And check with some of your local retailers to see if they have any of those or secondary markets as you see fit. But what we're going to do today is just unbox this guy. So we're just going to start by cutting the plastic off here. Very simple, very straightforward. Nice cellophane shrink wrappy thing. And let's just go ahead and dive into this thing. Let's see how well this thing slides out of the package. So grabbing it on the sides here and just lifting the carton up. Comes off pretty easily. And you can see the just regular cardboard here on the side. We'll set this over here for right now. We get the first looks at the contents here. Up first we have the Rules and Missions book. Very nice. Very thick manual here. 55 pages. We'll just flip through this real quick. Gives you an overview of the game components, the rules, some really cool artwork again. Nice stuff. And if you want to, feel free to pause this at any point if you want to look in a little closer at any of this stuff. It's probably not going to show up too easily to read. I'm a little far away from the camera to be able to pick up text, but that's okay. We're just doing an overview of this particular piece here. So again, some really cool looking miniatures, very cool looking stylized artwork. Again, this is a Zombicide game, so it will work basically the same as any of the rest of the Zombicide games you might have played. It's just set in space, which is cool to me because I do like space stuff. Submissions, board layouts. Very cool looking. This guy is really weird. Big bad guy. Alright, cool. Index, credits, all that good stuff. Very nice. I'm going to flip over here to the component page just to kind of familiarize myself with it. We got game tiles, survivor miniatures, Xeno miniatures, machine miniatures, trackers, survivor color bases, dice, dashboards. Then we have molds and cards, Xeno cards, equipment cards, Xeno spawn cards, camouflage skills, objective cards, noise trackers, machine activation trackers, player markers, exit points, and doors. So, very cool looking book here. I guess we'll take a look here. We do have a set of mold here. We'll actually crack this thing open when we zoom in, but let's just get everything out of the box here to begin with. So there is the mold. I don't know why it's out here like this. Then we have, I think this is our miniature set. So let's look at it and see here. This is a very cool looking kind of briefcase looking thing. Very nice. Got locks on it. This is a nice design anyways. Flip up the front panel here and we have access to all of this goodness here. So we'll actually come back to this one here in a moment. So let's close this guy up. Set him to the side. And we'll come back to that guy. Alright, up next we have these little spacer things, which can also be used as dice tray holder things. Then we have boards and cool stuff here, plus more spacers in here. Stick this down here. I do like the way that these things interlock. Very nice. Again, we're going to set that to the side too. And let's unshrink wrap these tile sets. Slice it down the side and peel this off. Nice set of punch out boards for us for token trackers and things like that. We got this cool set here. You flip it over, you've got other colors of this stuff, so pretty nice. Will take us a while to punch those out, but we're not going to bore y'all with that today. Let's look at the game tiles here. So we've got this one cool here, airlock thing. Flipping it over, we've got an inside of a spaceshipy thing, or corridors to this thing, whatever you want. Then we've got this one, which is, I guess, the same basic thing with some slightly different details inside. Another indoor set. More corridors. I do like the outside planet surface. Very cool. Another set here. Hopefully this is all in frame for y'all. I can't really see, the camera's way up there, so. Very nice looking tiles though. Very awesome artwork. Got some little plants down here. Very nice. I do like the double-sided game boards. Makes it very versatile. You can also use these in pretty much any other kind of encounter that you would like. Very nice. More greenery. That is always cool. And our final board, got some operating table mess there. So scale wise, so you can kind of see, we've got one of our standard Dungeons and Dragons miniatures here. Can fit on the board pretty much anywhere, so you get a kind of an ideal for scale. So it is compatible with pretty much anything you would like it to be for these 28mm miniatures. So very nice, very cool. That is all the game boards and punch out token things. So that's cool. Let's skip over here and grab our Zombicide Invader locker set here. I'm going to set these back over here. And let's go ahead and look at this thing. So, we have some cards here. We will unpackage these things here in a minute. I'm going to stick them over here with those mold things. We do have a set of cards, which again we'll zoom in to take a closer look at those. we do have a nice set of red dice. 6 of those. We've got base counters. We have these cool tracker things, which again we will zoom in here to take a closer look at the components here in a moment. Then we have these cool dashboards, which are always nice. The Zombicide guys and gals do a really good job of creating these tiles here. Got a cool tracker here at the bottom that just kind of slides over to keep track of your stats and your health and what all that stuff is. Nice little peg holes here for these tracker symbols here and for your character attributes. And very cool stuff, little places for the cards themselves to slot in like that. And then your character cards slot in here in the center. And you've got places for the equipment cards would hold there. All in all, very nice looking, very cool. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 6 of these guys, so very cool. And then the rest of these things are all miniatures. So we have 2 stacks here. We got the player characters up here at the top, and then all your minions and monsters here along the sides. And we will zoom in here to take a closer look at all of these guys. We have a second layer here, which also has a nice cover on it. So when we get to that, we can pop that off and take a look at all those crazy miniatures in there. So that is very cool looking. So yeah, we will go ahead and I guess go from there. We'll set these things to the side here and zoom in for the component close-ups and start looking at the miniatures up close. So stick with us. Let's go ahead and dive right into the equipment's cards here. So a nice stack of cards. We'll slice this plastic open, hopefully without damaging cards. These again are the miniature cards, or I don't know the actual size of these things, but they're these small cards, and traditionally I'm not a big fan of these small cards, simply because I have big hands, I guess. So, but let's flip through these things, and hopefully this thing will stay focused for us. I'm going to do a terrible job at this, but bear with me as we kind of float through this. Very nice artwork. So the back side has this, and I guess these will change depending on the types of cards here. So you have different backs. Cattle prod, lots of cattle prods. Again, feel free to pause this at any time if you are really interested in one of these cards. I'm just flipping through all of them just to get a good look. Or you can fast forward through it here if you would like, if I'm going too slow for you. Chainsaws. Never have enough chainsaws in the zombie apocalypse in space. Flamethrowers are also always a nice touch. Heavy shotgun is classic. Light machine guns. MRE for some tasty snacks mid-game. Plenty of bullets. Search drones. Search lights. bad guy cards. So the game itself is kind of geared towards you not winning, just in case you weren't aware. But if you're lucky, you can survive. But the odds are typically stacked against you in these zombie swarm games. And I kind of like it that way, so. The Abomination. Awesome. So that is all the cards we get here. There are a whole bunch of them. I ain't going to count them, but they're going all over the place here. So yeah, very cool card set here. Up next, we've got character cards. So let's go ahead and slice this thing open. Hopefully that was enough to get into these things. I don't guess it was. So let's cut that again here. That's better. Okay, so we have Baraka. So here's the front and the back. Cool. And we've got Cole. Then we have Jared. Magnus. Mitsuki. And Vivian. Very nice. Lots of cool characters to choose from here. So, yeah, I do like the artwork on these things. They look very, very cool. Very stylized, but still pretty nice. These are the mold cards, I guess. So, yeah, let's go ahead and cut them open as well. I guess we're going to have to pretty much cut all this stuff open. So that's kind of redundant, I guess, at this point. But any which who, opening. Alright, so these are pretty much the same cards. They got some really nice details in it, but it's meant to show that basically the virus thing, Xeno thing, has taken hold in a particular area, and you actually have two sides to it. So one of them is it's taking hold, and one of them is it's gotten very bad. Very nice, and all these pretty much look the same here. So we'll just flip through them here real quick, but yeah, they're pretty much all the same. Nice level of detail in these things, though. I think the lights on the camera here are probably washing these out a little bit, but they're really nice and vibrant in person. And the back side has the cool kind of lava effect, burning embers thing going on. So yeah, these are pretty cool. I like these. Next up, we've got the standard dice here. Red dice and a nice little Ziploc bag here. Let's go ahead and just pull these out. Dice are pretty much dice no matter what you get, so not a whole lot here to look at, but you do get 6 dice. These are D6, so yeah, they feel like dice. So they seem to roll. I don't know what you want out of those things, but yeah, cool dice. Up next, we've got the base counters, the little colored bases to go on your miniatures. Nice little sealed Ziploc bag for these things as well. You get some nice colors. These are pretty standard for most of these games. They're little just plastic pieces here, and you basically just take these, take your miniature and just snap these on like so. I think like so. There we go. Like that. And then it's just an easy visual indicator that, hey, I'm player 3 and I've got the yellow guy. So very easy to kind of see these things across the board and know where you're going with them. So yeah, very cool. I like these things. These are really great trackers. I'm glad they include them. They need to include more of them, and they do snap on and off pretty easily. So yeah, nice. Up next, we have the stat trackers. Again, in a nice little sealed Ziploc baggie. Lots of these things in here, so we're not going to take all of them out. They do have a whole bunch of different colors in here. They're just little piston-looking things here, so some nice detail work on them. Nothing too special, though, just kind of pretty basic here, but you take these and your dashboard, and these just kind of peg in to the side here like this to kind of keep track of whatever it is that you have going here. So if this was here, well, that doesn't work. Yeah. Anyways, they're pretty cool. I like the different colors. You can put them all over this place up here and just kind of keep track of your stats with them. So they're cool. I do like them. They make things a little bit easier to deal with than trying to remember in your head. So very nice, but pretty basic stuff. And it's time now for what y'all have waited for. It's time to look at the miniatures. So this is kind of what really drew me to the game to begin with. I do love these miniatures for these games. So we're going to look at all of them here and see what y'all think here. So hopefully we got the lighting pretty well set here. I may make a few adjustments as we go here. It's really kind of hard to tell sometimes how bright we need to get it without blowing out the details on these things. So these, I guess, white, light gray colored ones are kind of hard to see details on and with these bright lights. So I'll apologize for that up front, but we're going to do our best here. So here is one of the first ones, our player characters. We're just going to spin them around here so you can kind of see here. I don't know the names of these guys just yet, but they do have some really nice looking details in them. Very cool looking. So we're just going to kind of go through all of these one at a time here and see what we got here. So bear with us. I'm not going to say a whole lot during this particular section. Try to get some music, I guess, some ambiance going. So just sit back and enjoy as we spin through some of these minis. Very cool looking. I like this guy. Really nice. Focus goes a little off here or there in the bounce, but y'all can kind of get the picture, I guess. I don't know if any of y'all have suggestions for how to do better close-ups of these miniatures to get finer detail for y'all. Let me know those in the comments. I'll try them out and see what we can do here. Do have certain limitations here, so I can't work magic, that's for certain, but I don't know, maybe this will be alright. This is a cool looking gun. Ooh, a big miniature. Nice. So that is all the hero miniatures, and I guess for size comparison here, we'll take this human guy here, and we've got one of our D&D. What is this guy though? He's one of the barbarian guys. But as far as size goes, these are compatible with that scale, so it should be the 28 millimeter. So very nice. So if you want to use these in other things, you can, and we can kind of see it's about the same scale as some of the like Warhammer stuff, I guess, as well. So you can mix and match a little bit. Here's the big guy. So pretty interesting scale comparison anyways. Let's move on to some of the bad guys here. All the bad guys are actually molded in this nice brown color, so it does make the details pop out a little bit more. These are very awesome looking. I am really digging all these monster guys here. And again, the autofocus may play some tricks with us here, but they just have just an amazing amount of detail on these things. Very cool. These could be swapped out with anything like a traditional Cthulhu game or anything like that. Crazy looking guys. So for our scale comparison here, standard D&D guy up against this guy. So pretty cool. We'll move on to some of the rest of these here. I think we'll get a lot of repeats in our second box, so we may not go through every single one of them. We'll just hit the ones that are different. But in this first set, we'll go through all of them. On the bottom of these, you do have little numbers here. So this is 8-4. This other guy is 8-5. So there are some alternate sculpts in here and things like that. So it's really nice that they're numbered, though. Very cool. And a slightly bigger looking monster guy. Lots of tentacles everywhere. Very cool looking. Focus. And our last guy in the first set is, I think, the Abomination. Which, size-wise for our player characters, you can kind of see how big this thing is. Which is cool. But let's look at some details here. I really want to get in here and start painting these guys, but I know it's going to be a while before I'm able to. I got a backlog of these things to try to get through from other games. But these things are cool looking. Very awesome indeed. I'm gonna eat you. That is cool. So that is the last of our first tray. So let's move on to tray number 2. So our second tray is just chocked full of the same characters that we had in that we just walked through here. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these bad guys. And then you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of them, plus the original one. So 7 sets total of all these guys, which is a pretty outstanding amount. Again, we're not going to look at all these individually since they are actually the same sculpts that we just looked at. But still, these are pretty awesome here. So yeah, very cool looking. These miniatures are really badass. So there you have it, the new core set for Zombicide Invader. Very interesting looking game, great components, really awesome miniatures. It's what's to be expected from a game from Cool Minis or not. They do an awesome job with all that stuff, and this is no disappointment so far. If you're a fan of the traditional Zombicide games and are looking to spice things up, this is really cool because it sets zombies in space. If you haven't played any of the other games in the past, then this is actually a really good jumping off point, especially if you like space battles, because you can kind of ignore the zombie part of it and just say it's an alien invasion in space. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody, in my opinion. I'm really digging this. Again, this is the core set. Everything that's included with the base game itself is here, so it's a great little addition to the shelves. I think you'll enjoy it. If you've played this already, drop some comments down below. Let us know what your experience has been with this thing. If you haven't yet, go try it out and see what it's like. Be on the lookout for more awesome videos. I'm actually going to go through and do the 2 expansion sets for Zombicide Invader, along with the Kickstarter extras that are all stacked up over here. So, just be on the lookout for those videos, and I'll have them out as soon as I can for y'all. If you'd like to see anything in future episodes, drop a comment down below. Let us know. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our channel. And most importantly, thanks for watching. Till next time, game on!